5 interceptions this year and is brought to us by Circle K, which is just wonderful. Give it up for Patrick Peterson. And down. We're still excited. We're going to jump right in. Patrick, thank you for joining us. I want to play you some sound of Travis Kelce on Mahomes. Take a listen.
He's playing a step ahead. And he's almost playing chess out there in terms of he's got 3 or 4 moves already in his pocket, depending on what the defense does. And, that's what's going to make him the greatest to ever go down.
The hardest part of planning for Mahomes is what?
I mean, it's hard to defend him because if you do have him in the pocket, he's going to find a way to get out of there. He's like Houdini in the pocket, and then if you have guys in front of him, he finds ways to throw the ball miraculously around guys' bodies. So it's hard to game plan for him because you never know what you're going to get. He don't make mistakes, not many of them at least. And he always going to keep his team in the ball game.
So I might be setting myself up for failure here, but I'm going to take a risk because one of my arguments for the Chiefs in this game is Mahomes, like you said, is hard to game plan for under any circumstances. But I think a lot harder if you haven't, as a defense, played a lot of the other top quarterbacks.
Right.
So in the last 15, 16 weeks, I think we can show it to you. Here are the list of quarterbacks the Eagles have gone up against. And if we can't show it to you, I'll remind the audience. It's Josh Johnson, it's Daniel Jones. There it is right there. So there's a couple really good ones on there. Dak's pretty good. He scored 40. Aaron's pretty good. He scored 30+. But then you have a rookie. You have some backups. Does that make it that much harder for Philly, or as a defensive player, does it not carry over week to week at all?
Man, this is the biggest game of the season, so anything can happen. But Pat Mahomes, he can go out there and put up crazy numbers at any given time. And we all know that, Philly, obviously with the numbers, they haven't really, like you said, they haven't really played any top flight quarterbacks. And when they have, guys not kind of half their weight, but was able to put up some numbers. But Pat Mahomes, he's a guy, like you talked about in the segment before, going back to the Super Bowl that they lost against Tampa, being hit a lot, disappointing loss. So I expect him to come out here throwing the ball all over the yard.
You faced Jalen Hurts when he was a rookie, and then you faced him this year.
Yep.
How are you even astonished at the difference in him, and explain the difference between then and now?
Honestly, it's no real big difference because he had such a control of the game as a rookie. Like, he just was so poised out there. Now, being with the offensive scheme that he's in, it's just helping him flourish more. The running game is there. Got 2 great pass catchers. Offensive line is there to protect him. He's a playmaker. He's a baller, and we saw that in college. And now having the pieces around him in the league, it just all coming from the college playing field.
All right, so I have this unconventional theory. I'm working on being a defensive coordinator, to be 100% honest with you.
All right.
And my main piece of my resume, I'd be like, instead of not guarding Travis Kelce, I'd guard Travis Kelce.
Right.
I guard him all the time. Right. I'd be like, where's Travis Kelce?
Right. And
I'd be like, get somebody on him. Because it seems like a lot of times he's just running free. So he was asked about it, which was, near and dear to my heart. Take a listen.
Why am I always open? I say it all the time. Andy Reid, baby. Big Red. He can dial some stuff up at the right time, create some things at the right time, and then on top of that, everybody is doing their job. It's not just me just go out there and get open kind of play. I'm sure you guys like to think that, but there's a lot of madness to it, and there's a lot of guys doing their job for the big picture.
Okay, I get it. And this is a stupid question, but if I was on defense, I'd be like, I've got Travis Kelce, okay? I don't care what's happening, I'm going to guard. Why is he open so often?
I mean, teams have tried that. I mean, he's a mismatch for anybody. And if you want to take your safety out of the middle of the field and try to put him on Travis, now you opening up the sidelines. Now you're putting your corners on the islands, and you never want to put your corner, give the quarterback the indication that your corner's on the island right out of the gate because now you're putting them. Now they're trying to figure out which one is Waldo. So you have to. I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta hope and pray.
I'm not going to say that in my interview.
All right, I'm going to take it back to Jalen.
Okay.
Do you fear when you're facing him his arm or his legs more?
I mean, his arm.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Just because, now, he's making those throws. It's not a throw that he hasn't made. That wasn't a good throw. He's making all the right throws, and his legs are just a bonus, in my opinion.
Can I ask you a question about yourself?
Talk to me.
So, Wildes mentioned it, all-decade member, one of the greatest college corners ever.
Mm-hmm.
You're, I think, and I don't mean this insultingly, the oldest corner in the league right now.
I am?
That's what I read today.
read it
Yeah, which is crazy because you're
snaps, and they always want to talk about my age.
Yeah, and so, all right, right, and still playing at a super high level, right? Last night we saw the newest members of the Hall of Fame class. How much does that motivate you? I think, in my opinion, you're already a no-doubt Hall of Famer. But is that one of the reasons you keep playing? How much has the Pro Football Hall of Fame been on your mind, if at all?
Man, Pro Football Hall of Fame always been on my mind because that's why I play the game. You want to be recognized as one of the best. And now that I'm getting to that latter part of my career, and it's funny that you brought that up. Me and Vaughn was just talking about this today on his podcast. It's crazy to see the guys who we played with being inducted to the Hall of Fame now. So that moment is starting to become surreal for us. So I do think about it. Shout out to my boy Darrell Reeves who got in last night. First ballot Hall of Famer. And seeing that, hopefully I can start getting my speech ready.
Yeah. There you go. Now, you clearly have a ton of respect for Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
And you faced, obviously, Tom Brady a lot. Mm-hmm. So everybody's talking about, can Mahomes ever supplant Brady as the GOAT? Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? You think he has a chance going forward?
He has a shot. I mean, he's in year 5, playing in his 3rd Super Bowl. He's going to be on a competitive, longest, and him and Andy Reid are together. They're going to be in the AFC Championship game. So he's going to have opportunities to plant his name with a Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Because he's going to be in that position almost each and every year.
You said something interesting there. You said playing in the AFC Championship game. So you, as a Hall of Famer and all-decade member, one of the greatest players ever, you think it's an accomplishment just to make the Conference Championship game?
No.
That's a no?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah. No.
It's about
I'm saying he will be at least in that game every year.
I mean, I just mentioned the Hall of Fame, man. You can't just say yes, being in the Final Four, and Tom Izzo gets banners
to
for it.
ask you this. Who's the GOAT in the NBA? You big NBA fan.
Yeah.
Who's the GOAT? Jordan or LeBron? Let's keep it real.
Jesus Christ,
Or
man.
somebody, it's first things first, baby.
It's hard not to say LeBron is the GOAT.
There we go.
He's not done.
I'm not done.
Not done. There you go.
I'm not done.
Listener question.
And I'm a huge, Kobe's my all-time favorite.
Okay.
But Jordan, man. Jordan's still
You just said it.
I just said it's hard.
It's not that hard. Just say it. I say it every day. It's not that hard. Very difficult.
Yeah.
Took a lot of losses this segment.
You took a lot of losses. Now we're going to put you on the spot. We got 30 seconds left.
Talk to me.
Best receiver you ever played on the same team is Fitzgerald or Justin Jefferson?
Ooh. Damn. Justin.
Oh! Wow.
And why I'm going to say this, because Justin has a great combination of speed, size, great. He can't catch just as good as Larry. Larry can make some phenomenal catches. But the wiggle that Justin has, the kid is almost untouchable at the line of scrimmage.
Better jewelry, too. It's not even close.
Yeah, and teeth.
Yeah, and teeth.
Hey, give it up for Patrick Peterson.